Good morning. Happy Monday, and welcome to the Monday Morning Pep Talk. In this week's segment, we are going to focus on one of my all time favorites. I am not where I'm supposed to be. So, as always, let's start by digging into the problem. In my life, I found two problems with this statement. The first is it's typically aligned to someone else's position, some predefined path, some certification, some object, but it's not typically grounded in something that we have decided we want for ourselves. It's grounded in something that already exists in a peer's life, in a friend's life, in someone else's life, and is not always a genuine reflection of what we want. The second issue with this is it's looking backwards, right? We're judging ourselves for where we are today based on what happened up to this point. It's not forward looking. It is us saying everything I did up to this point, it didn't get me this thing that I was supposed to have. So those are the two problems. Now let's talk about the positive reframing. For this, it is as simple as saying, not where am I supposed to be? At the end of our lives, we don't want to say, I got to where I'm supposed to be. We want to say, I got to where I wanted. So ask yourself, not where am I supposed to be? Where do I want to be? And not aligned to what we think a path is or something we see someone else has. Really thinking, all right, what do we want for ourselves? What feelings do we want to have? What value do we want to create in the world? Um, one of my kind of most powerful realizations around this was I spent almost 8 years in corporate consulting at Accenture, and I remember vividly my laser focus was always on getting to the next level. Even when I started as a consultant, I really wanted to be a manager. I knew very little. All I knew was most of the people around my age were managers, so that's where I needed to be. It wasn't a function of what I wanted. It wasn't a function of how I wanted to feel. It was not a function of the value I wanted to create. It was purely, I want to be a manager because I know that's where people my age are at this point. And for the years after that, it was all of the same. When I finally made it from consultant to manager, then I was like, all right, I need to get to senior manager. And it just made me realize when I reflected on it that I wasn't setting this goal where I'm like, I want to feel like this every day. I want to create this value in the world. I want to do this kind of meaningful work. I was just chasing this title because I saw that's where people kind of my age and my background were. So what do we do with this? This week, I want to ask you to do two small things. The first thing is just show yourself a little compassion and accept that where you are today is actually exactly where you're supposed to be. And the reason being is you can't do anything to change what has happened in the past. So rather than dwell on it, today, tomorrow, and all of the days following, I'd much rather you focus on the bright future that you have in front of you that you can create that's grounded in what you want, not what some other person or body has defined as some kind of standard, path or trajectory. The other thing I want you to think about is where in my life am I setting goals or even, where I am deciding what I want, where am I tying that to other people's lives? Where am I tying that to natural progressions or these linear pathways? Because I think once you become aware of, hey, that's actually not something that I deeply want, that's something I want because my neighbor has it, my colleague has it, my friend has it, or because I see people where I am doing that as the next thing in their career. So I just want you to, be aware of where are you kind of defining your future aligned to someone else's standard. As always, I am so grateful for your time and attention this morning. I wish you all of the best this week. I hope you have a peaceful and fulfilling week. And remember, I love you. I believe in you, and I'm always going to be here for you. So until next week, take care of yourselves and one another, and I'll see you next Monday.